identify, or it should detect which vegetable it is, which particular vegetable it is. So for that, I can't bring all the vegetables here and I can't just put them in front of the web camera. So rather, one simple way for you to get all these images is using Google Images or Bing Images or any such image search platform. So for example, now here in this particular case, so I am using Google Images. You can see that. So if we are planning to build a vegetable classifier, I want images of all the different vegetables, right? So I can search for carrot in Google Images and I can get many different images of carrot. Now I don't have to go around and shoot all the different images of carrots in multiple different angles and do all these things. Rather, I can simply Google carrot and I can get a lot of carrot images, right? Simply, I can search for some other vegetables, say cabbage, and I can get all the images of cabbage in multiple different angles taken in multiple different phones. Now, since this is your first machine learning model, one thing for you to remember is that the more the data that you have and the wide variety of data that you have, then the better the model will be. So remember that. So then the performance of the model will be better because the machine will be able to understand the underlying patterns in a better way. Now you might be wondering if you have to go to every image and click on the save link. You don't have to do that actually. So there is a really helpful Chrome extension, Google Chrome extension, which is called as download all images. Now I think the same extension will also be available for Firefox or similar extension. So depending upon the browser that you are using. Now the links for these extensions will be provided to you in the guidelines document. So you go to the guidelines document, go to that particular link and then add this extension to your Chrome browser or Firefox browser, whatever you are using. And once you have that extension enabled, now whenever you visit a particular page, you can simply click on that extension icon, and what it will do is it will collect all the images from this particular page and from this particular Google Images page, and it will create a zip file for you. Now you can save this as cabbage images. So cabbage images zip file, and in that zip file you can get all the cabbage images, and once you do that, you can then later use all these images and upload here. So I have downloaded all these images in my laptop already. So you can see here on the screen. So there are so many different vegetables: beetroot, bitter gourd, brinjal, cabbage and all. So that what I can do is, so when I open this, you can see there are so many different varieties of cabbage. Similarly, for all the different vegetables, I have collected a lot of images, and some of the images I have just shot at my home using my mobile camera. So I have collected all of them, and using all of these images, now what I'll do is I'll change the class names for each of them. So cabbage and beetroot and so on, and what I'll do is I'll upload these images. So I can click on this upload button. If you click on the choose images button here, so there are two options. One is to import images from the drive or the choose the images from laptop. So if you click on choose images from laptop, you will get a pop-up. Now in this pop-up, you can choose, say for example here for cabbage, I can go to the cabbage folder, I can select all the images and I can click open. Now all these images will be uploaded here. Say I have collected 196 to 200 samples and more than 200 samples here. You can see there are quite a lot of samples, and there are quite a lot of images that I have collected, some from my mobile phone, some from my laptop using the Google search, some from Bing search. So I have collected wide varieties so that I want my model to perform really good. So whenever I put a cabbage image, irrespective of the background or anything, I want it to detect. So that's why I have added so many different samples. So similarly, I can add samples for beetroot and for all the different vegetables, and I can build a model out of it. So once I have added all the images, I can click on the train model, and then once the model is trained, I can just preview the model here, and then I can export the model, and finally I can submit the model. You have understood two broad ways. One is how to quickly create a model using the webcam feature here, and second one is how to create really interesting models. Now this is where I am really excited about. So you guys might be really creative and you can come up with many different interesting machine learning models. So you might get ideas. So you can do like the Batman images versus Superman images. So you can build a model which can differentiate between a Batman and a Superman, or the different vegetables, or different cars, or different kinds of vehicles, bikes versus cars versus trucks. So you can build such a model which can distinguish between a bike, a car, and a truck based upon the image. And you can also probably build a machine learning model to identify different kinds of fruits, or I don't know, like you have to come up with interesting ideas. So I am sure, pretty sure, many of you will come up with a lot of creative ideas and build different kinds of machine learning models. And I think you have pretty much understood the idea of how you can create your own machine learning model.